Hey guys, welcome to today's session. My name is Toby Agbejimi. I'm a CPA at Doba Tax and Accounting LLC. Thank you for watching my channel. If you're just tuning in for the first time, this channel is dedicated to tax planning, financial planning, helping you reduce your tax liabilities and also immigration matters. Please subscribe if you are looking to reduce your tax liabilities and also learn better ways of making your tax planning and financial planning for yourself and for your family. Today, we'll be diving right into the step-by-step method of making your estimated tax payment. In my previous video, we had a full review of the topic of estimated taxes, who it is for, who should be making the payment, how you can make the payment, how to determine the calculation of the amount you should be paying. And we also talked a little bit about how to make that payment. I promised you guys that I would be doing a visual share of how to make that estimated tax payment using the IRS website. It is very easy. You can do it online. You don't have to pay anybody anywhere to help you make the payment. You can always tune into this video each time you want to make your payment and do exactly as you see me do in this particular video. I'm also a self-employed and I make estimated tax payment too. So I decided I would just show you the exact way that I make my payment. Let's start right into it. So right now you'll be seeing my screen is just a blank screen. This is Firefox. You can use Chrome browser. You can use Internet Explorer browser. I'm going to go right into www.irs.gov. Okay, I'll go right there to irs.gov. This is the home screen for the irs.gov site. This is the home screen. And an extra note, when you file your taxes, this is also the place where you can track what's going on with your refund by using this Get Your Refund Status. You can go back and check what happened to my refund video. It states how you can always track your refund as well. But on today's session, we said we're dealing about how to make estimated taxes online. I went to irs.gov and then you will get to this screen. On this screen, you have to click on this Make a Payment. You click on Make a Payment. That Make a Payment portal can be used for making, if you are owing any tax, current year tax or previous year taxes, that's also the link you would click on to make the payment to the IRS if you're owing the federal tax. Okay, when you get on here, it's going to bring you to this screen. It says paying your taxes. You can either do bank account direct pay, and this would involve you using your routing number and your account number, or you go through this other one, which is the debit card or credit card. I personally like using this one. If you go here to the debit card or credit card process, you see the processing fee. If you're using a debit card, it's $2.55 on whatever amount you're paying, and if you're using a credit card, it's 1.96%, and the minimum fee is $2.69. And this method would accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, whatever kind of card you see here. You could also use this other payment platform. These are different fee processors and they charge fees. But the reason why I prefer to use the one that I showed you before, which would be using my direct account number, is because the processing fee on that one is cheaper. Okay, so that's why I use that. So all you have to do here, then you click on Make a Payment. When it brings you to this screen, you would click on what reason, why are you making this payment? Right now, I want to make estimated tax payments. If you were owing any tax due, you can come onto the screen and click on balance due, or if you had an installment agreement or you had a payment plan with the IRS, you could click on here to continue your payment. But because we are making, sometimes you get a notice from the IRS, CP 2000, CP 2501. When you want to make those payments, you click on here to make those payments. Back to what we're trying to do. We're trying to make the estimated tax payment. So I'm going to click on this estimated tax. And the next thing you would see is it will automatically bring you this next screen that says that you're trying to apply the payment to 1040 ES. If you watch my previous video on estimated tax, I did mention the 1040 ES there, which is a voucher that for us at Doba LLC, if you filed with us and you have a tax liability at the end of the year, our system would automatically issue you a 1040 ES, and that's a voucher. So all you have to do with that voucher is you include this voucher, and then you had your check, and you can mail it to the address that we also provide for you in the tax. But alternatively, this is a much more easier way to make all those payments. So it's going to be applying the payment to 1040 ES for a tax period of 2021. You remember we already went past the 2020. If you're watching this video in another year, it's going to show you, let's say you're watching it in 2021, it's going to show you, you will go ahead and select the one for 2022. Because estimated tax is for the future tax season, the only date we have here is the 2021, which is next year. So I'm going to click on continue. And then it will ask me to confirm if I want to make an estimated tax towards my 1040 ES for the tax year 2021. Is this correct? I will say yes. So on this screen, it will bring you to this next screen. And this essence of this next screen is to actually verify your identity, that you're actually the person who you say you are. There are different years that you could choose to use to validate your identity. For me, I'm going to be using 2020, which is the most recent tax return that I filed. It will ask you for your filing status. You just have to select whatever it could be. If you filed as single, married filing joint, married filing separate return, head of household, or a qualifying widower, you have to select which one you filed as in whatever year you are using for your tax as your tax year verification. For me, I'm using 2020, so I will be selecting the one I used for my 2020. Then you have to enter your personal information, your first name, your last name. You confirm your last name. And the next thing, it will take you to put in your social security number or your individual tax identification number. When you're entering the number on here, you don't need to put no dash. Okay, just put it as one long number. Then you would have to confirm the social security number. And the next one is for you to enter in your date of birth. And after that, your country of residence, then your address. What address? The address you put in here has to match whatever you had in your tax year that you're using to verify your identity. You select the state where you filed with. Put your zip code, and you have to click on this. I accept the Privacy Act and Paperwork Reduction Act, and then it's meant. And they verified my identity. Now it shows that I'm signed in as mine. Remember, I'm using the routing and account number method. And it's why high for you to note there. So back to what we were doing, the payment, put how much, whatever amount you want to pay. Remember, we talked about there are 4 times in a quarter you should be paying estimated taxes, but you could choose to pay it as you deem fit. So I'm just going to, this is just to show you guys how to do this process. We'll just do, I'm going to make, I'm making a $200 payment, and I want to, then put in your account number. So you select if it's a checking account or a savings account. If you would like to receive email confirmations, I always love to receive confirmations, because remember we talked about what you should be doing when you make this payment. You have to save the information regarding each amount that you paid and when you paid it. You have to keep them for ahead of the tax season. It says I have an error message. So it's talking about my banking information. Okay, I made a mistake. There was some apostrophe there. So, all right. The next screen is going to have you to agree to the disclosure. I'm just going to say I agree, because if I do not, I won't be able to make the payment. Then it will ask you for your electronic signature. You just have to enter your name, put in your last name, put in your social security number, and it has the dates. I'm authorizing them to directly debit my account, and boom, I have my confirmation number here. What you should do is always make sure you print this paper, the confirmation. I know that I said I wanted a confirmation in my email, but I always love to save a copy of my confirmation. So I'm just going to save it on my desktop hypothetically, and I'll put it ES in my name, Toby. You can save it in whatever form you like. You can choose to print it. I love to save it on my system. So there you go. That's how you make your estimated tax payment. Alternatively, you could go through the debit or the credit card one. I just went with my preference. You go here. Either of these you can make a payment. I won't follow through eventually. It will bring you up to this screen, and it's going to show you it's a credit card fee of 1.96%, and the other one is $2.55. Select a personal payment, and here you can select if you're paying for the current tax return, you're paying for a prior year tax return, you're paying an installment agreement. Maybe you were owing the IRS when you filed your tax and you made an installment plan with them. Or you could say you want to pay your 2021 estimated tax. So you click on that, you click on continue. It brings you up here. You just got to enter all your information here. I'm just going to do this as if I want to really make a payment, which I am not, but just to show you guys. You can do either way. You enter your social security number. You put in your date of birth. And then you put in your address, whatever address you want to put in. You put in your phone number, your email address. You put in your payment amount, $20. And then to ask you to put your credit card information. Is it a debit or a credit card? You put it there. Remember to put your 0.00. And when you put in your information, very easy. It asks for your card, and boom. That's as easy as it gets. If you like this video, if this video gives you some form of value, even if it's just a little bit, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like the video, because I always say when you like, the more you like the video, the better it is that the algorithm would allow people looking for the same information to find it. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. And my goal is to help you with financial planning and tax decisions, and to make things easy for you so you can be independent. I don't like bothering people, and I know some of you do not either. If you can do it, why pay for it? This is the process on paying your estimated tax. Each time you have to pay, you can always refer back to this video to get yourself ready and get yourself doing it the right way. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.